in a way, you probably might need therapy because you're gonna, if you get sucked in the way I think we do, or most people do, to Christopher Nolan films, you're going to be going through it with these characters as well.
When it comes to big names in directing, they don't come much bigger than Sir Christopher Nolan, right?
No.
From his breakthrough with the mind-bending, brilliant Memento, through acclaimed films like the Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, Tenet, Oppenheimer, the list goes on. And we've got a Christopher Nolan Ask Me Anything with our resident cinema expert, Louis, from Cineworld in Glasgow. So Louis, we're gonna dive in to our popcorn barrel of questions. And this first one comes from one of our viewers. This is from Christopher 101. Maybe it's Nolan himself. Maybe he's got in on the action. For someone new to Nolan's films, what 3 words would you use to describe his film style?
Bold, encapsulating, and all-encompassing.
Second question. Here we go. Okay, this comes from Seth Poole. Why do Nolan's protagonists often choose a comforting illusion over an uncomfortable truth?
I feel one of the main reasons that they don't look for that harsh truth, as you said, is they don't want to accept something that has happened. They try to mirror it in their head to make it something else that's happened. So in Tenet, through the different timescales and stuff like that happen, and you don't know what's the right track that's going on and stuff like that, you find out things that are happening way in the future for certain characters but are just about to end for one character. It's that harsh reality that they don't want to accept.
This comes from Dejon8799. It's very clear Christopher Nolan has made an impact in the way modern cinema is now. Out of all of the films he's made, which one do you think has been the most influential on modern cinema and why?
I think for me it's got to be Inception. The whole layering of characters and the world in general has had such an impact through the use of visual effects, the way the entire thing is shot, and so many other levels of just how he shoots things and directs people.
Trippy Misties says, what's something to look for in all of Nolan's films? Something that shows an emphasis on his characters and soul. Ooh.
That's like a deep question essentially, but like I think, like we briefly spoke about it, all of his characters are very family oriented. In Inception, his whole thing is about getting back to his kids. The Odyssey that's coming out, it's all about Odysseus getting back to Ithaca, getting back to his wife and his son. Batman, it's all about him protecting people and being surrounded by these people that he cares for. So I'd say the major thing that's always in a Christopher Nolan film is family, and family values.
All right, Adam B3D says, should we pre-book therapy before watching The Odyssey, or is Christopher Nolan finally giving us a film that doesn't dismantle our mental stability in IMAX?
See, I've read, that's one of my favourite books of all time. I reread this book at least once or twice a year. This is a hard story. It's a very long journey. It's a very impactful journey. There's a lot of things that happen to not only Odysseus, but to the people back home and to his crew. It's, in a way, you probably might need therapy because you're gonna, if you get sucked in the way I think we do, or most people do, to Christopher Nolan films, you're gonna be going through it with these characters as well.
All right, let's do another question. We've got Lorraine Cord, 1810. Why does Nolan film most or all of his films using IMAX, and how does he come up with ideas for films like this?
Well, IMAX, and I think most people's opinion, is the best way to watch a film. It's the best camera, it's the best sound, it's the best screens that you can get. So why wouldn't he, essentially? And all the films he makes are these massive, massive blockbusters, so he's not going to skimp out on the quality and the technology that he uses.
Yeah, you're completely right. IMAX is all about the spectacle, right? It's a complete sensory extravaganza.
100%.
I think Christopher Nolan wants you to feel like you're in the film.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily need things like 3D to do that, because he can use the sumptuous sort of vastness of an IMAX
100%.
immersive experience to do it.
It'll still be good seeing it in other formats, but IMAX is always going to be the best.
Well, I tend to agree with you there, Louis. All right, I think we've got time for one more question.
Awesome.
Let's do it. Jasmine1309 says, what part of the Odyssey story are you most excited to see play out?
I think seeing all the different battles and different monsters from the story come alive and see them on this big, massive screen is going to be epic. As an epic after all, but it's going to be the first time that we've seen Nolan tackle this kind of thing. It's going to be amazing, I think.
Exactly. I mean, there's so much going. Poseidon wreaking his revenge on Odysseus, sending whirlpools and crashing seas. Imagine seeing that on a sort of, you know, massive screen, and it's going to feel like you're right there.
And we haven't seen Nolan make monsters. Is he going to go the classic route of how a Cyclops should look? Or are we going to see a whole new version of a Cyclops?
I, for one, can't wait. I'm sure you're in the same boat. Hopefully not the boat that is scuttled at
Yeah,
sea.
let's not.
But yeah, The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, is out very soon. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Answer some of those questions yourself. We'd love to hear what you think about this amazing blockbuster release. And remember, there's loads of other videos from us here at Cineworld, so do like, subscribe, and check them out.